Mute myself. Good evening, everyone. I'm just gonna do a recording tonight because I really don't have time to be like sitting here and taking a bunch of questions tonight. I apologize, but I still wanted to cover it. So ES gap down, guys, and I wanted to cover this actually today because I feel like everybody always wants a gap up, but I talk about this over and over and over again. The S&P fills its gap, which is ES, just so you know, ES1, so you see the symbol up here, is just a futures contract for SPY, the S&P. Um, so this SPY and SPX correlate very heavily. Um, just remember that gaps fill 90% of the same day on SPY and SPX. So every time there's a gap up, odds are we're going to do what that day? Move down. When there's a gap down, odds are we're going to move up that day. So a gap down is not the worst thing. And look, we caught my demand to a T here, moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. My target tomorrow is 567. You can see him here. So take a screenshot if you want. I'll send these tomorrow, of course, but uh, looking very good in my personal and humble opinion. So let's get into SPY actually. Let's go to the daily. What did we do last week? We did a couple key things, everyone. And all I have on here is my fibs because that's all I want to show. So from this swing high to this swing low. You could also put it around here, would give you very similar data. If you believe in your heart of hearts, right, that we never actually, we didn't break above this move for long enough, that's fine. Puts this 618 at 547 instead. But I'm a true fibist where you go from the swing high to the swing low. So what did we do? Well, we came down and we touched the 618 to a T, 549.60. Very next day we tested again. Basically, you could say we got three tests. Huge move up, closed, managed to test 618 and then still close above the 50%. We're not out of the woods, in my opinion, until we get above 565, 17, above that 573, above that 588. Now, below the 618, 540, 532, 522. I would be fully out of any shorts at 522 if we keep falling. But honestly, I'm liking um I'm liking last week's price action. I'm pretty content getting pretty heavy lawn if we get over 565. Okay, let's get into I know everybody wants to know about Nike. I know everybody wants to know about hymns and all sorts of stuff. So we'll go over all those today. So Nike's pretty simple. Came down, we have this massive bullish imbalance right here that we need to hit, in my personal opinion. And then honestly, everyone, it's pretty damn simple. Unfortunately, the 200-day moving average, we've been below it since December of 2023. We fucking need over it. And when we do, we're moving to the 90s. There's very little holding us back from the 90s if we can finally break over this damn 200-day moving average. It's finally starting to flatten a little bit. We need it to flatten out a little bit more. We need bulls to step in a big way in Nike, but keep it that simple. Keep it pushing. Go to hymns. Another nice move, right? We've moved down from the 886, so we broke this structure and then immediately went to our final profit taking fib down here at the 886. And we wicked off of that twice, right? Thursday into Friday. And then move up to the 786 would be very nice. And I would love that if we could. Uh, my target would be 35 over that 40, but I'm really looking for up here. 49 to 46. This bearish imbalance up here, we're going to see that again soon, very soon. We've allowed for a catch up to the 200-day moving average here. I really don't want to see again. The nice thing about this chart, guys, structurally is there's no gaps to fill. Like it's filled its gaps up. That's what's so beautiful about this chart. It's filled all its gaps down, I should say. This is like in terms of shares, by the way, too. This is one of my favorite names right now. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this, man. Y'all know this is one of my favorite names. I'm about to get really long into options again on this, but I've been buying shares heavily. Um, 35 calls look good, 40 calls look good on like next year on these. Same thing, hood. The only thing that's concerning me, and I've talked about it before, we got a gap here at 30, and there's a gap at 25, guys. The name's good, the P&E's good right now on hood. Like the 200-day moving average is catching up. We caught a nice bid here right under the 886, which again is where most shorts take their profits. We're above my key moving average here. We're still above the 200. I like a move back to 45, 50-ish before maybe some potential move down. So definitely looking to get long on hood. Y'all know I've been buying shares. NVTS I'll cover really quick too. I know people have been asking. I'm buying shares on this, y'all. Or let me do it on here. Um, let's BS. Look at this. Look at how we've caught my moving average here. Which, by the way, this is a custom moving average flipped into buying here. I got 320 minimum, but really, I think we're going to go to 360 again. Um, And I would love, love, love a move back up on this. Don't think we go much lower. If we do, I'm loading the boat. Because from here, honestly, if we lost this structure, I think we're going to 180 just to prepare everyone. And I would be disgustingly long if we went down there. Um, okay, so I went over Nike, went over NBTS, went over Hood, went over Hims. Let's go over Tesla. Now they're just what a monster, perfectly formed M harmonic down to the literally, guys, look at this bullish imbalance and look at how we filled this gap. So we filled this gap here, right above literally um uh the last line of defense, if you will, this gap. Because if we went below this, honestly, like I got us going to 180. And then we managed to close over the 886. We're just gonna stair step back up on the fibs, guys. So my target this week for Tesla is 271. Above that would be the 200-day moving average of 280. Above that, 293. If we lose 240, we're going back to 212. Keep it simple, keep it moving, keep it pushing. It's that easy. Bitcoin. Let us look at Bitcoin actually really quick because Bitcoin's been super interesting. And this freaking give me 1 minute. Okay. Um, we've been consolidating at this fib, right? Like even today, look at this. Like we had a decently down day and we're right back above. I think we're going to 88K, guys. Like if we can get over the 200-day moving average here on Bitcoin, oh no, man, there's kind of like a really nice W forming here, right? Like if you look, oops. And sorry for my absolute ass drawing, but you can see it. You can see the vision. You can see the vision. Okay. I know you can see the vision. We need to get over that 200-day moving average. So we need over 86K. Just call a spade a spade. Need over 86K. And then I think we're going to 90. But Bitcoin's been holding up nice, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So if I'm about ready to buy shares again. Look at this perfect move down to the 200-day moving average. We're now above the 707. I think we're going to 13 this week. As long as we can stay over 1203, I think we're going to 13. Um, I bought something like this that you believe in, y'all, hits the 200-day moving average, buy it. Buy it. Below that, just so you know, if we do lose the 200-day moving average, we're going to 9. We're going to fill that gap at $9. Just so y'all know. I'm going to keep everybody in the know. Neo, I just want to share how well fibs and fair value gaps work, which, by the way, I teach in the masterclass with Chuck. Hit my DMs if you want to join. We have 2 spots left for April because we had 1 cancellation. Move up, reject off the 382, and there's a massive bearish imbalance here. Move right back down to what? 236. 200-day moving average is there. My other moving average is there. A lot of confluence here. If it can stay above 490, I like a move back to 6. Really that simple. That's just for my cheapies, my cheap peeps. Need some cheap plays. The video. Look at this, guys. Trend channels. They work. They work. Oops. And fibs. They work. Right? We're just following this channel, right? I guarantee this is going to see about 130. 130, the 200-day moving average, and the 382 fib right there in the top of trend. Give me that money. Give me that money. 130. If we get over that, we can get a really nice explosive move out of this this channel here. So I'm gonna end it on the video because it's one of my favorite chart setups of the whole week. And I'm just tired, guys. I'm just tired. Had a long weekend, funeral, as y'all know, and it's exhausting. So love y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and let's get after it this week. Hit the DMs if you want the masterclass.